another note, I had a parent contact me that Miss Chip forgot to put the PowerPoint slide example for the animal project. My fault. Thank you to whoever taught that. You know who you are. I thought I posted it for some reason. It did not post.
Animal project.
Right after our meeting. My third graders, you are project. Third grade only.
Third grade only.
Third grade only animal project. Got it? I will post that in the science column, okay? You are to be working on that.
Hey everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm trying to unmute everybody, if it's possible, or you can unmute yourself. Unless you need me to do it. I don't know. How are we all doing?
¿Qué anda comprando? What are you saying? Mi mami no la compró. You should ask first. Me la dio Chava. Entreguen.
You're not on mute.
No, eso me lo dio last Christmas, like 2 Christmases ago.
Professor, I think it's best that you mute everybody and then like we can control whether we want to be muted or unmuted. I don't know if that makes sense. Well, only because
I know upon entering, I have it set to where everyone enters all muted. So you guys can, I don't need to unmute you guys. You guys can take care of that yourself, right?
yeah. I just don't want there to be too many, like, you know.
Yeah, no, that would be great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right then, that's fine. So how are we doing, first of all, with the material and everything?
Good.
Good. We're doing right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Do we have any questions? Because this quiz, okay, so far the quiz is the quiz is opening today. As far as I know, I think it has already opened. So, and this quiz is gonna be on chapters 1 through, I wanna say, I believe it's just 1 and 2. So, just 1 and 2. Do we have any kind of questions so far about how things are going? Have we been able to access the material properly? Are you guys watching the videos? Really, there's only 2 that you would need to watch for this particular situation, just for the quiz and whatnot. How are we doing?
I think it's fairly easy to navigate, so I'm not having any troubles.
Okay, great. I'm glad you're not having any trouble. Some people seem to be having a lot of problems. Just really difficult navigating the whole thing, but
I feel like your website is super user friendly. So
is it?
yeah, it has a lot of good information. So I'm definitely not having any issues with that.
Okay. All right.
Someone on the chat asked where the quiz are posted.
The quiz is going to be posted in the activity section. So it should be there at the bottom. If it's available for you guys already, it should be in the activities section on Blackboard. So you should be able to, I think it should just be right at the bottom and you should be able to open it. And I believe we have about, 4 days to take the quiz to finish it?
Professor, I had a question.
Yeah.
I watched the lecture videos and I was just wondering, and I know it's in the book, but I was just wondering if you could put basis on the nurses part, just because you weren't able to on your lecture video. Because I think it like skipped over that slide, or I don't know what happened. But I did go back into your website to look at it, and then I know it's like there's some information in the book as well.
Okay, so which chapter was that?
2.
Chapter 2, and what do we do in chapter 2? Let me see.
So it's talking about the professions, and on one of the review assignments, it asked about like whether or not they were decreasing or declining as far as that profession.
Okay. Let's go ahead and just open that so we can go over that slide.
I just remember from your previous class last quarter saying that nurses as a profession, everybody's like exiting. So like, it's
Yeah.
decreasing.
Well, so basically what's happening right now is a lot of nurses are experiencing a lot of job dissatisfaction, burnout, things like that, right? And a lot of people are just, they're trying to get out of the nurse game. So, and then the government has plans set in place where they are actually trying to recruit new nurses, you know, help people get through medical or through nursing school. And then also they're trying to be able to find ways that they can retain nurses. Okay. That being said, we still have a major shortfall of nurses. Okay. So they're in high demand right now, especially now. Okay. But we have a major shortfall of nurses. There's probably no way that we are even going to be able to reach the goal of how many nurses we actually need. Because our shortfall of nurses falls around 300,000. Okay, so that's how far behind we are right now. So, but there are predictions, or there have been, according to our book, that the whole nursing thing, we should be able to get more nurses, to get people to supposedly the whole recruiting thing, getting people into nursing school and things like that, that is increasing. So take that as you will, but in any kind of tests, just according to the book, they want us to believe that, you know, the nursing profession, we're able to recruit more and it's going to grow, that we're going to get more. Is that really what's happening? I don't know if that's really what's happening. I don't think it's what's happening. So sometimes the information in the books are not, you know, the best source, although most of the questions on the quiz are going to be from the book. So that's one problem. Because I kind of want you guys to know what's really happening, because that's actually practical. That's what's real life. That's what you're going to get into. Okay. But then sometimes books want you to believe something else. So, but just for the sake of the test, if you see a question like that, go ahead and answer that it's increasing. Okay. That nursing enrollment is increasing. We're going to see more nurses in the nurse game in the near future. And but if you still get confused and you don't answer that correctly, we'll fix that. Okay, because like I said, this is one of those situations where the books don't really match reality. So I hope that helps. But let's go ahead and get into, do you guys want to go ahead and find that slide anyway? I think it was.
Yeah, we can. And can we talk about the HR one too? You said a lot of line managers are taking on the role of HR personnel. So does that mean that HR is declining as well?
Yeah, so HR is declining as like a department. Okay. So as we've known HR all these years as like a department that handles all the HR tasks, like all the policies and stuff, but also the hiring, the recruiting, the selecting, it's a department that charges, you know, all the HR stuff. That is becoming extinct, or that's an endangered species now. Okay, because we are finding out more and more that that's actually kind of unnecessary. Okay, there are certain tasks, yes, that HR personnel do need to take care of. So things that have to do with like policies and whatnot would be something that they need to handle. But what we're doing now is, or what a lot of organizations are doing now, is they're just outsourcing that. So there are HR companies that provide HR services to a variety of different businesses. So as a business, you would just send off certain HR tasks to those HR companies. Okay, but as far as like HR strategy and things like that, that would come from the executives. Okay, the executives, the ones at the top, those people are making those HR major decisions, right? And then for those HR tasks where you are dealing directly with the employees, okay, such as even just recruiting, hiring, selecting, training, all of those different types, or even performance management and things like that. So those types of HR tasks are being done by the line managers. Okay, line managers are handling those type of tasks these days. So that's where that's coming from. We have a lot of those HR departments are going away. Certain HR tasks are being pushed off to these companies. A lot of HR tasks where it deals directly with the employees is happening just with like the line managers. And then HR tasks that have to do with strategy, creating jobs and things like that will come from the executives. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
So just to make clear, okay, so nurses are increasing and HR are decreasing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where that's coming from. Okay. What other questions do we have?
I don't have any other than you mentioned about the quiz that we have 3 days to complete it. I'm actually going over through Blackboard, like all the links, and I don't seem to see it. Is it under?
Let me see actually where the quiz, it may not actually.
I don't think it's posted yet.
I wasn't able to find it.
Yeah, I'm going through activities, I'm going through discussion, and I don't seem to find it.
All right, let's figure out what's going on with that. There's one. Okay, so it's definitely hidden from you guys. Test options. Make it available to students. Hopefully this makes it available to you guys right now. I wonder what time it was set for. Okay, well, let's see if this works, if it's open now.
I see it.
You see it?
Yeah.
Well, it's now available, everybody. Okay, there you go. Anything else going on? Any questions, concerns? Anything we need to fix right now? We're good?
We're good.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and start the Kahoot right now. So how I want to do this is I want all of you to, since I don't know how comfortable you are like putting your name there because you don't want people to see your scores, right? I would assume. So what I'm thinking, oh, thank you. Okay, so what I think that you guys should do, unless you guys have a better idea, is just use your ID numbers. No one knows your ID numbers, right? Your friends don't know your ID numbers. Only I know who's who with your ID numbers. So I'm thinking you guys should use your ID numbers as your nickname when you sign into this. Does that sound fine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so we'll use ID numbers. Everyone's gonna play individually. We're not gonna do teams like we used to back in the day, because we can't. So you guys are all playing for yourself. And how this is gonna work is the top 5 people are going to receive extra credit points, okay? So, all right. Are you guys ready? You guys can see the screen, right?
I'm still trying to get it set up. I'm sorry.
Am I to register and create an account?
What was that?
I have never used Kahoot, so I'm trying to find out if I have to make an account or do we just play as a guest?
You play.
Oh, you just gotta play as a guest. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to make an account or anything like that.
So we just have to enter a PIN to play?
Yeah, or you're just gonna enter your, here, let me show you how it's gonna work. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is, I think this was the one. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do,
Professor Hussein,
yes.
are we gonna have access to this after the fact or no?
Shoot, let me talk things up. Okay, you will, because I think this is recording right now. Isn't it recording?
Yeah, there's on the top left-hand side, there's a red recording button.
Yeah, so I think as far as I know, it's recording. So really, I mean, whatever we're doing here, it's going to be recorded, and then I'll just put that out there for you guys to have access to. So you will actually be able to see this as well. Whatever we're doing here. Okay. Wow. So you guys can all, I just want to double check. Everyone can see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, all right. And we have no problems so far?
No.
No.
Great. Good to know. All right. Is there anyone else trying to get on? Oh, of course we do. All right, we'll wait a couple more minutes.
Hey, this is such a side note, but I feel like you might have some intel on this, but do you know what they're gonna do with graduation?
No, I don't know how they're gonna handle graduation. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I was just curious.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten any announcements about that yet. That's a really good question. But I'm
Okay.
guessing they're just kind of playing it by ear because we get new information like every day. They'll change something. So it's weird. They keep changing out our processes and policies. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What's funny is there was one high school where they did graduation. They did it. It's not Minecraft, but it's a game kind of like Minecraft, where you can like build like your own city. So what they did was like all the students had to like make their own avatar, and then they built a stadium and like the whole setup in the game, and then they just like they're gonna have all the students just kind of walk their avatar up. So it's, I mean,
that's like super cool, but I still want to walk, you know.
I know you want to do the traditional way. Yeah.
It's because like, you know, it's taken so many students, you know, you don't know how long students have been in school for. Like, you know, people might have been here for 4 or 8 years, and, you know, this is a huge accomplishment for most of us.
It is, yeah, and you want your families to be there and everything. So I mean, maybe if anything, I think if worst comes to worst, because we always have our graduation in winter. That's usually small. So I'm thinking, what if they just make that the big graduation? So
Yeah, they might have to combine them.
So maybe something like that. I don't know. Okay, it looks like everyone's definitely in, right? The numbers keep dropping. So you guys, we are going to do it. Okay, so I don't think that we have any more people then. Everyone is already signed up, right? You guys are in, you're ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, now we have more people coming in. I'm gonna play it. So here we go. Good job, everybody. All right, so this is the answer because healthcare administrators don't provide care for the patients, right? We all know that. Okay. All right. Go 00592189. Okay, go ahead. All right, good job. Good job, everybody. Very good job. So what is not a trend affecting HR?
What is decreased reimbursements? How is that affecting it? I'm a little confused on that one.
Okay, so decreased reimbursements, how that's affecting HR is, well, really, all this is definitely going to affect HR. Entrepreneurship and decreased reimbursements. Decreased reimbursements, that's the whole, like within healthcare, that's where we did that whole shift from cost plus reimbursement down to prospective reimbursement. And when that happened, it kind of screwed up the system. Okay, so hospitals weren't making enough money.
For Medicare, right?
Yeah, this is for Medicare. So this is where, do you remember the story?
I do.
Okay. So yeah, all these tie in. Anything that really affects the business is definitely going to affect HR, just to kind of make that clear. Because HR is directly tied to your business strategy and just how your business runs, because HR is what manages your employees, right? So anything that affects the business is definitely going to be something that affects HR. Okay. So all of these definitely are going to be something that's going to affect HR. Ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Great. Good job. Wow. Wow. Good job. I don't need to tell you guys twice. Very good job. All right. You guys, do nurses experience job satisfaction?
No?
No, they don't. They all hate their jobs. Just kidding. They don't all hate their jobs, but no, they do. They experience the highest level of job dissatisfaction of any other profession in healthcare. Okay, and that's why we look at nurses a little bit more, because they are, you know, you're at more risk of losing your nurses than any other profession in a healthcare facility. Okay. So. You guys, do you guys have jobs? Or
Yeah.
do some of you guys have jobs?
Yeah, but we don't like people breathing down our necks.
Exactly. It's a terrible technique. It's a terrible management technique. So micromanagement is not a good technique. It is not showing results. It's shown negative results. So it's a terrible technique to use in your facility. You should not be a micromanager, because people can't work that way. Okay. All right, moving forward. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, all executives are technically human resource managers, because they perform, since the human resource, we already talked about how the human resource department is kind of going extinct now. They're like an endangered species. They're going out of, you know, they're not there necessarily in every business anymore. Most businesses are kind of putting that out. And what they're doing is they're allowing their executives, or their healthcare executives, they're going to be taking charge of a lot of HR tasks, especially those that have to do with business strategy, HR strategy, creating jobs, figuring out the direction of where this business is going. That's in what HR things that we need to do to reach those goals. That's all happening with the healthcare executives. So they're taking over those HR tasks. Okay, so yes, all healthcare executives, just automatically, they're human resource managers. Okay. Wow, good job. So the following are components of strategic human resource management. I think what I was trying to say is the following are components of strategic human resource management, except, and then the answer
Maybe you
was
forgot to put not. Which of the following are not?
yeah, or not. Yeah, that's what I should have. So, you know, all of these except for serving food is a component of strategic human resource management. Okay, so we're all aware. All right, let's move on. Good job. Wow, good job. Everybody, huh? Not a benefit of should be right there. But you guys got it. All right, good job. Good job, everybody. Performance management is part of HR practice. That's one of the important components. We're probably going to learn a lot more about this in a later chapter, but yes, it's definitely HR practice. All right. Good job, everybody. Yes, good job. The executive managers handle HR tasks, but not the routine stuff, not the stuff that deals directly with the employees. The executive managers would be dealing with the HR stuff that is more about strategy, more about creating jobs, figuring out how the HR strategy is going to align with the business goals and things like that. The line managers are going to be the ones that handle the routine stuff, the ones where they just the HR tasks that have to do with training, hiring, things like that where you're dealing directly with the employees. Wow, good job, everybody. All right. Very good job. Good job. Last question, everybody. Very good. Those are your top 5, everybody. Okay. Okay, so are there any questions about what we just did? Anybody?
There's no way of seeing those results, like the questions and the correct and wrong answers.
I'm sorry?
What we just did right now, you know, the questions that you asked, the wrong and right answers, are we allowed to see those questions again, or are they gone?
Well, this thing is being recorded right now, so as long as I can get a copy of the recording and post it for you guys to be able to have access to, then yeah, you guys will definitely be able to rewatch this whole thing again.
Awesome, thank you.
So I'm just gonna try to figure out how I can get that going, and you guys will definitely have this. So you can refer back to it whenever you're taking your quiz or whatever you need to do.
How long do we have to take the exam? Not how many days, but like how many minutes or hours?
1 hour.
Okay, thank
The
you.
quiz is going to be 20 questions, true, false, multiple choice. You have 1 hour to take it. You only get 1 attempt. And once you take it, you have to finish it in that setting. You can't just like pause it and go do something else and come back to it tomorrow or anything like that. So make sure when you start it, you're ready to go. You're committed. But it's only, most likely you're not even going to need the full hour. It's just you have a full hour. Just in case. Anything else? Any other questions about the material or the quiz or anything like that?
I had a question for assignment 3.
Okay.
I'm kind of confused on which slide you're talking about. It's the one right after you post all the laws, and then you say to do that on your own time, and then the following slide is the slide we do for assignment 3, or is it the one with all the?
Let me see. So that's the assignment where I'm saying you can study the policies and
Yeah.
suggest making flashcards if you need that to study.
Yeah, that one.
This one.
Yeah.
The different policies. See, this is well, we're gonna see a lot of this in the later slides. This just has kind of like a list of a bunch of different policies. I don't necessarily need you guys to know this in particular, although some of these policies right here are also included in the other slides. So really don't worry about this particular slide. I would say what I want you guys to do is look at all these slides from here on down, and so all the different policies that we see on these slides. So for example, right here, employment at will, what is that?
Okay.
Okay. And then right here, the Fair Labor Standards Act, you need to know what this is, what it generally did. The Civil Rights Act of 1964, Title VII of this act. So just understand this information that's happening right there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and then this slide, same thing. Americans with Disabilities Act. We need to know what that is. So just know what they did, what that's all about. Under equal employment opportunity, understand what affirmative action is, what a protected class means, what disparate impact is, what disparate treatment is. So those different things, those different terms right there. Understand this policy right here. And just kind of get familiar with, this. There's no policy on that one. Just kind of like right here, just sort of know what whistleblowing is and things like that. There's really no policy here to learn. Same thing here, no policy to learn. So those are the main policies. There are a few more that you should just kind of understand, like Family Medical Leave Act. That's something that you need to know right there. And then also there's that's pretty much it, because most of these are actually included in a lot of the other policies, like the Civil Rights Act and whatnot. So pretty much just go through, just go through the slides, and just really understand the different policies that are on the slides going down past slide 3.
Okay, thank you.
That makes sense. Does that help?
Yeah, that was good. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Next question? Anything?
No, thank you.
You guys are good? Ready to go and get A's? Okay. All right then. Well, all I have to say is good luck on your quiz. Study hard. I'm gonna hopefully get it's recording as far as I know. So obviously this is the first time I've ever done this. That's why I kind of seem like I'm unsure. So hopefully I will be able to extract this recording and have a video for everybody. An MP4, or I don't even know how this is supposed to be available, but I'm gonna figure it out. And so you guys should be able to have access to that. Next, just keep watching the video lectures, okay, and doing your assignments, and just stay on track that way. If you have any questions about anything, you can always email me. I've been pretty on top of checking my emails a lot frequently than I used to. Okay, so there's nothing else, then I guess we're good to go. Okay, you guys go ahead and enjoy taking your quiz. And the rest of your life. All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.